and welcome to a new video. How many videos have I started with this roller in my hair doing my bangs? I can't be blamed. I was gonna blow dry my hair too and I can't find my blow dryer, so I give up. But hello, welcome. Actually, I will put some of this stuff in my hair though. I'm double tasking. I am just getting ready. Hello, welcome. We're gonna do a reading vlog this weekend. I worked last night, slept for a whole 4 hours, and now I would love nothing more than to have a relaxing weekend, read my little books, but that's not entirely going to happen. I thought this would be an interesting weekend to vlog because I've got a lot going on because last week my car died. It died, it's dead, RIP, I need to go clean it out. And then they are going to tow it away for me, and I don't know what they're going to do with it. That's not my business. It's not worth any money to sell. That's why I'm not like doing any of that. But anyway, this was the Verb Ghost Oil, if you care, if you love hair care as much as I do. But then because my car died, I need a new one to drive. So that is what's happening today. We're gonna go research some cars. Probably today we're gonna shop around, research, do all that, and then tomorrow actually go and I guess buy one. I don't know. This is so stressful. I've never bought a car before. Obviously I had a car, but I bought that from my grandfather. So never had a new car before. It'll be interesting. But I thought I'd take you along because I feel like it'll be interesting, and I'll be able to show you my new car when I get it. I really need a haircut. But yeah, anyway, I'm not in frame. Wearing my Tortured Poets Department shirt. I can do it with a broken heart. Because I can do it with a broken heart. I can buy a car. So anyway, way more importantly, I am reading Covet by Tracy Wolff. I will chat about that a lot more later because I have to leave now, but I adore this series so much. I'm having so much fun. This book is crazy. It's so good. The whole series is so good. I literally could not talk enough about how much I love it, so I will definitely talk more about it later, but I thought I would open this vlog, say hi, while I wait for my bangs to dry, as always. But yeah, I guess let's go shop for some cars. Hello, an update. Spent many hours looking at a couple cars today. Didn't purchase a car. I can't just go out and purchase a car on day one. We're gonna go out again tomorrow, keep looking. I'm going for a new car, which seems like excuse me, Love, an extravagance I wouldn't usually go for, but I'm hoping this is something that'll last me 10 plus years. So also I got this ring in the mail. This is a replica of Bella Swan's ring that she wears on her first finger. But yeah, anyway, make this into a reading update, pretend to like this is all planned and everything. I'm actually reading Court by Tracy Wolff, not Covet. I think I said Covet earlier. I finished that one already. I'm like over halfway through Court. I don't think I have the energy to read tonight as much as I adore this book and I adore this series. Shopping for cars sucks the soul out of you. So I'm going to, I think, just play my Switch for a little bit tonight and go to bed early. But yeah, speaking of the Crave series, let's chat for just a second about it because I love these books. I picked up Crave again. I had read the Carry On series and I was like, these are the best books of the year. I'm not going to beat these. I stand by that. But I wanted something else that was like a fantasy series, vampires, magic, that kind of vibe. And so I have read Crave before. I read it when it came out. I had won it in a giveaway actually. And I read it when it came out and I enjoyed it, but like I don't think the second one was out yet, or at least the series was not completed. It was earlier on. And I just didn't want to like commit to reading the whole thing. I think at the time only the 1 and 2 were out and I was just like, oh yeah. Like I liked it but didn't love it. I wasn't like in that fantasy type of mood at the time when I read it. But then this past Comic-Con in May, I met Tracy Wolff and got the copies that I had signed, which I think includes Covet. I'll show you. Yeah. So I met her, I got the 3 books I owned signed, and she was just such an angel. So sweet, so kind, like so polite. She spent time talking to me and really getting to know a little bit about me, and like asking about my reading like habits, or like preferences, but the books I love, and she was just so nice that it like put such such a warmth in me, and it made me feel so good that I was like, the last couple months I'm like, I really should pick those up, because like I haven't finished the series, and she was so nice, it made me want to read her books. And I'm so glad I have, because I love these books. I reread Crave, and yes, Crave of the book so far is the weakest of them. But that's because it's a lot like ACOTAR. You're setting up the world, you're setting up these ideas, but this is not the end game, it's the beginning. And it takes her so long to figure out the supernatural world is there. But lots of fun, still love it. And what I think I like the most about the series is how many different magical creatures there are, but also just the large cast of characters in general, and like their interpersonal like relationships and how complicated they are. It's so good. It's so fun. We've got the main character, Grace. Love her. She's one of those characters, like she acknowledges when she's making a dumb decision, but she's like, it doesn't feel like I have another choice. And in a lot of these, high stakes supernatural situations, there's not necessarily another choice. So and then there is Jackson, who's introduced in the first one. He is brooding. He's silly. I love him. I have some theories happening in my mind for him, and I cannot wait to find out if they're true. Stop it, Lovebug. And then there is her cousin, Macy. She's cute. She's fun. I'm not sure what to make of her yet. Like, if she's going to get a bigger part in the story or what. Then there's Hudson. Love him. Grace and Hudson are like in each other's minds in book 2 or 3, I don't remember. Like they share a mind. It is what it is. I think like being able to telepathically communicate is a new favorite microtrope of mine, and like looking back I'm like, okay, that happens in ACOTAR too, and like that is something I really 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 love. So happens with Percy and Grover as well in the Percy Jackson series in much different context. But yeah, love that. And then there's Flint, who is a dragon. I love him. His personality in court, I would love to read this entirety of Court from his perspective. Like, I need to know what he's thinking. And then we just got some new characters, Remy and Calder. Love Remy. I believe he, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be kind of the leader of this new Crave series called Sweet Nightmare. Came with, when I got the book signed, this was put in there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's the main character in that. And I adore him. So the cat is like scratching at the door. And then who else is there? I think that's pretty much everyone. There's a couple other vampires that aren't as big as characters, but it's still like, I would read a book from everyone's perspective happily. Like everyone, if she wrote a book for every character, I'm here. I'm sat. Let's do it. Hudson would be hilarious. Jackson, I just want to know what's going on in his mind. He's so Edward. He's so Edward. Flint, very specifically, I need to see what's going on, because I have a lot of theories. And then and Remy, he's a new favorite. Can't wait to see it. And he's got he's described to have like a New Orleans like Cajun accent. So in my mind, I'm just imagining Gambit. So in my head, Remy is just like a 20-year-old Channing Tatum with the Gambit accent. So I'm having fun. It's so good. It's just such a fun series. I'm enjoying it so much. I can't wait to keep reading, but for tonight I'm gonna just lay down and play my game for a little bit. Still playing Hogwarts Legacy. Still horrible at it. I was just looking. I think I'm gonna order Disney Dreamlight soon. I feel like I need to have a secondary game, so when I get stuck on Hogwarts, I'm getting so frustrated because I don't know how to play. I don't know how to move forward. I have a different game to play because I don't like. I wish there was, which there probably is. I just know nothing about video games. I want games that don't have like. I want things to do in them, but I don't need it to be a storyline that moves forward. I just want to like chill. I really want to play The Sims, but they don't make that on Switch, so I guess I won't. But yeah, that's my little reading update. I have read, in the last 2 or 3 weeks, I have read Crave, Crush, and Covet, and now this is Court. I believe that's all. Yeah. So I'm on book 4. I have half of this one left, and then 5 and 6, which is Cherish, and I don't know, I don't see where the other one went. I'm just looking at a pile of books on the ground, but I own the whole series now, so. Oh, Charm. Cherish and Charm are what's left. I don't know which is first, but pick up. Those are my plans. I might also, the other thing I'm thinking of restarting, I just listened to this audiobook, You Will Get Through This Night by Daniel Howe. I might start annotating it. I listened to it, and then I went and bought the physical copy so I could go and actually go through and annotate it and highlight and stuff. Might get a little bit of that done this weekend, we'll see. But yeah, that's my update. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe with a new car. We'll see. Okie dokie. Saturday, it's the next day, and I bought a car today, and I didn't even cry. Let's go take a look at it. I didn't get any reading done. My mom said it'd be unprofessional to bring my book with me to read while I waited, so I didn't. But I'll read now tonight that I'm home. But let's go see the car. Hello. We're just playing around, figuring out if I can fit in the garage as well. Having a fun time. I'll try and show you everything. There's the back seat. It's not a 3-seater. It's that's just the trunk back there. It's like a very small SUV. It's the Trax, in case you're wondering. I really like it so far. Obviously all I've done is drive home, but it's a very nice green color. I'm gonna clean out all the stuff. I grabbed all the stuff from my old car that died. We're gonna get that towed, all that. So excited to play around, set it up. I gotta order some new magnets, some new stickers, get it all brand new. I'm very excited.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright.
Good morning. It is Sunday. I'm just getting ready real quick to go shopping. I'll get to that in a second. I read about 100 pages of Covet last night. This is my tinted sunscreen, by the way, if you care, by Sunbetter. It's a really expensive brand from the esthetician, and I don't know if I'd recommend it, to be honest. I'm just using it because I have it. Anyway, I read about 100 pages of Court last night. I think I said Covet again. It was crazy. There was a scene that I had forgotten about. That was warned in the trigger warnings, and that was a little much. It was a scene with a bunch of bugs, so, and I always skip the bug episode of Supernatural. So that was a little spooky, but it was still fun, the book in general. Having a lot happen. I love these characters, but I don't know who's gonna make it out of this book, to be honest. I've been using this WandaVision brush palette lately, just to do a little bit of color in my face. But yeah, I read about 100 pages last night, so I have about like a bit less than 200 left, I think. And it's getting crazy. I'm hoping to finish today. But yeah, then our plan this morning, you're probably thinking, Spirit, you bought a car yesterday. Why would you go shopping today? That's because I want to go Christmas shopping. It is September when I'm filming this. I don't think this will upload until closer to October or in October, but I want to go Christmas shopping. I've gotten a couple of my Christmas presents done for people, but I just wanted to go because TJ Maxx has a sale this morning, and hopefully finish, or at least get close to finishing my Christmas shopping. So I don't feel like doing my eyebrows today, so today they're just being brushed. Hi, love bug. Yeah, that's my update. I'm gonna fix my eyelashes. Put on a little of this Rare Beauty hand lotion. I'm wearing a friendship bracelet today. And then grab a snack and drive my new car to TJ Maxx. And I will show you a haul. Also, it might be Marshall's, not TJ Maxx. I genuinely can't remember. Whichever one it is, I will show you the haul of what I got later. Hello, an update. I never updated throughout the day today because I was so tired. I was so exhausted. Went shopping a little bit. Got some Christmas presents. If I remember to, I will show them tomorrow. And then I was like, I'm gonna go to bed early. I'm gonna get some sleep. I'm just gonna read a couple chapters before bed. I read 200 pages and I finished. Tracy Wolf. I don't even know what to say. This series is actually insane. It is genius. It is beautiful. It's badass. It's impactful, but it doesn't like take itself too seriously. Like sometimes a fantasy series gets a little too high and mighty, but this is just like fun, but also super emotional and depressing. There were, oh my god, there were 3 deaths in this one. 4 deaths in this one. That's on top of the 2 or 3 that's already happened in this series. This is only book 4, okay? Let's slow down, Tracy. This is a lot. The last death that happens in this one hurt the worst. And I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it. Anyway, I cried multiple times reading this book. But also I loved it. So I can't say a whole lot without like spoiling some of the aspects in the series, but I just want to talk about some of the things that I loved. The pacing was so amazing, and like so much happens in this book, but like it's so clearly grouped in a way that like flows so well. You know, we've got the beginning. Was graduation in this book? Was that all in this book? Pretty sure it was. Honestly, now I can't even remember. I feel like I've been reading this book for 700 years. Maybe graduation was at the end of the old one. Honestly, couldn't tell you. Regardless, there's stuff that happened at the school, and then we moved. We trotted the globe in this book. We were in Ireland, we were in Florida, we were in England, we were in Italy, I believe, and then in Alaska, obviously, is where a lot of the story takes place. We were in different time zones, different timelines, I should say, frozen in time. Let's talk the magic system in this series. It's so incredible. We've got vampires, gargoyles, witches, really, really powerful witches. Still not sure what Remy is. He's got to be more than just a witch. We have dragons, we have werewolves, we have other shifters, we have hybrids of all of the above, we have demigods, we have the god of time, who's an icon, by the way. We just have everything, and that's just scratching the surface. I know that this is an extended world that I believe she is still like working in, that I expect a lot to happen. There were a lot of new characters introduced in this, a lot of characters brought back. We had our main core characters that are from the school. We brought back Remy and Calder from the last book. They were in prison together. I love Remy. I think I talked about him already, but he's described as having a New Orleans accent, so I'm just imagining Gambit. But I love that for me, and for him. And then we introduced another new character to this book. Her name was Izzy, or Isadora. Look, is she crazy? Is she low-key like a serial killer? Sure. Do I think she's gonna end up being one of my favorite characters? Yes. Yes. It's already started. By the end of this book, I was like, wait, she's kind of iconic. And yeah, I think she's going to be one of the main characters in the spin-off series if my intuition is correct. So I'm very excited to see where that goes. Anyway, 5 out of 5 stars. Also, it's 1:30 in the morning. I sat down, oh, I'm just gonna read a couple chapters. That was hours ago. Oh well, I don't have anywhere to be tomorrow, so. Next is the white one, which I'll have to find in my pile of books. I guess silver is the word, not white. Don't look at my pile of books, you can't see it. Next is Charm. It is unfortunately like 100 pages shorter. I'm not loving that. And the font's back to being bigger. Why is this one so much shorter, Tracy? How long is the last one? The last one's shorter too, but what the hell? Well, I want a 900-page book. At the beginning, I complained about how long these books were. I take it back. I want hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of pages. I can't get the sticker from Half Price Books off. Anyway, this is the 5th one. I was very, very surprised by the end of the last one and how much they were able to accomplish. And I'm like, okay, so this feels like a finale. So either A, she's faking us out, which is probably what she's doing because Tracy loves to do that, or like, I don't know, maybe if the original like plan was a 4-book series and then like it got changed later on. Also, look at my Winnie the Pooh pajamas. This is Charm. I'm very excited. It ended with an insane... Wait, does Hudson get chapters in here? Are we all from one perspective? No, we switch perspectives. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Please, please. Is it just Hudson and Grace? Or can I please have Flint? I'll talk about Flint and Jackson in a second. I think it's just Hudson and Grace, which I'm still very excited. Hudson is hilarious. And oh, we're in a memory in that. I just saw something about a baby. I'm like, huh? Who, what? But that was a memory. I'm literally going to scream. I'm gonna just look at the last one, not for spoilers, but I wanted, is it all back in Grace's point of view? It must be, because, oh wait, that one wasn't. Okay, I'm just gonna keep. Okay, so if Flint and Hudson don't get chapters, I mean Flint and Jackson don't like ever get a POV, I expect them to have a spin-off series because what the actual hell. I have a theory that I won't get into too much detail because I guess it would be spoilers if it's right, but it's also kind of spoilers for the first one. Is it a spoiler? You know what? I don't really care. If you guys really care and you don't want to hear, skip ahead. I think Flint and Jackson are going to end up together. I'll report back. But it's killing me that I'm witnessing that just from Grace's point of view, and she's trying like not to be nosy, and I'm like, girl, be nosy. I need to know what's going on. And then even with, at the end of each book, there's usually a couple bonus Hudson chapters. At the end of the last one, it was the bonus Jackson chapters, except I don't think I ever read the Jackson chapters. Sorry, Jackson. But we're watching it from Hudson or Grace. Hudson briefly, and we're not actually getting the details of what the hell happened. What's going on between them? What's happening? Is it just what we've seen and they're just like being awkward and they both are refusing to acknowledge it because so much shit has happened in the last couple of weeks, months, and we haven't addressed it yet? Or is our conversations happening between them and as the reader we're not getting to witness them? That's actually hilarious. I need to go to bed because my attention span is nothing. I was just like looking at my shelf. Look at what's on the spine of my Lady Jane. It's a fucking ferret. I'm so sorry for swearing, except that I'm not. Come on, focus. which if you've read this, that's hilarious. And I also think it's hilarious. This is the very first time I've ever noticed that on the spine, and I've had this book for 8 years. Anyway, I'm very excited to read this. This is such a long update. This is going to be a long vlog, but I've done a lot this weekend. I was so mentally exhausted from the whole car buying experience. I don't want to read like an accidental spoiler. I just want to see if, okay, first of all, this is a chapter 8. Girl, here we go, Tracy Wolf. I just wanted to see if there were any bonus chapters at the end. No, there's not. By the way, if you do read the series, she usually has her trigger warning in the back of the book by the author's note. I know that's not necessarily the first place you would look to find it. I think there's something in the front as well where she says, oh yeah, it tells you in the front of the book that if you want to know the trigger warnings, go to the back. Great, this one has another insect related situation. Super excited to read that. That one made it so I couldn't sleep last night in the other book because there was an insect related situation in there. So, okay. Anyway, although I will say, I'm just talking forever. I need to go to bed. It's like 2 in the morning. I will say, one of my favorite depictions of anxiety and panic attacks that I've read in a series in a while, I think Carry On by Rainbow Rowell handled the depiction of depression really, really well, and that this one I think is handling anxiety, panic really well, and like PTSD, and like obviously most of us are not living the situation these characters are. I'm not fighting a vampire king and portaling to magic lands and traveling through time and turning into stone and all sorts of nonsense, but like the way she speaks about her anxiety and her panic and the way she calms down from it is the same that a person in the real world would. So that's really cool. I really like that. But yeah, I'm gonna start this tomorrow. I was about to say I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life when I finish these books, but I can tell you exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to order the newest Tracy Wolf book, The Sweet Nightmare. Will I hate myself because I think only the first one's out? It's new from the author of the Crave series, Sweet Nightmare. I don't want to look it up and find out exactly because I don't want any spoilers from the end of this series. I'm hoping we're done killing people. Enough people have died. There have been enough character deaths. Thank you. So yeah, I loved the book. 5 out of 5. This was such a long update. I'm gonna go to bed. Bye. Hello. I'm gonna close out this reading vlog. It is Tuesday now. I actually read so much of this last night. This is Charm, book number 5. I'm 250 pages in. I probably should have put things together based on the cover. I did this last time. I've actually done it with pretty much all the covers because when I saw this, I read most of it before. I was telling my friend, I was like, and they're in a prison and it's crazy, and she's like, oh, is that why there's a shackle on the front? And I was like, yeah, that is probably why there's a shackle on the front. I didn't notice. Don't know what the rock's about in Crush, but then Court, same thing. Battle axes are an important part of the story, and I just didn't notice. And now we've got a time glass. I don't actually, what are those called? I think a time glass is the right word. Because Court over there ends on such a cliffhanger, and I was like, oh my god, I hope we pick up mid-conversation where we ended. No, we're actually in this little time glass, hourglass. Is that hourglass the right better word? Either way, we're in here. This isn't a huge spoiler because I'm not going to give complete context, but I guess it was in Crush. I'm trying to remember. I'm reading these all back to back. I believe in the second one. There is a period of time the main character has amnesia. She doesn't remember where she was, what she was doing, da-da-da. And while reading these books, I'm like, oh my god, are they ever going to tell me? I thought we'd just see it in a couple of cutie little flashbacks. No. this is that time. 500 pages worth of it, which actually in retrospect probably is why this book is a little bit shorter, because we're not like, I mean, we're advancing the plot, don't get me wrong. There are things that I'm connecting and like, this is going to come up in the present timeline, but it's crazy, and I love it, but also I'm stressed about what's happening in the present timeline. I'm stressed about a character who's been poisoned. I'd really like to know if we save him. I want to know what's going on with Jackson and Flint. Honestly, at this point, please, Tracy, just promise me you're writing a Jackson and Flint series. I want to know more about them. It's not fair, as much as I love Grace and Hudson. So yeah, having a fun time. It's getting a little crazy. Currently, they're in a world surrounded by purple people, which is not something I ever thought I'd say, but I'm having a great time. It's giving Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's fun. Stressful, but it's fun. So I'm gonna read a little bit more, but I thought I'd close out this vlog. I don't know how long this vlog's even gonna be, but I had a successful weekend. I bought a car. That was stressful, but I did it, and I got a lot of reading done. So I didn't do hardly any of my chores, but car buying is really exhausting. So I give myself a pass. And also, I'm just so tired and burnt out lately that it's hard to do chores, but that's okay. I'm gonna take time to myself, get cozy, read a little bit, and then try and get some sleep today because I have to work tonight. So I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I am trying very hard to upload more consistently, once a week. Still aiming for Sundays. I upload booktube content and maybe some other stuff in the future, some vlogs occasionally. I have Taylor Swift coming up, so that is a vlog that'll be coming probably not too long after this one is posted. So even though I'm weeks away from actually going in real time, this won't be posted for a little while. So I hope you enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye! Go read the Crave series, it's so good.